on some of the changes to my summer car. I play this pretty regularly. I bought this back in 2016, probably when it first came to early access on Steam. And I thought everything was broken in the game because it was so complicated. And then after a little while, I came again and looked at it and saw some quick run-throughs of the game. And then I understood how complex it was and really appreciated it for what it was. So some of the wire changes I just had. Obviously, I got this car. It's all built up to the minimum specs. And they've thrown spark plugs in. So if you look right here, they have the typical spark plugs. However, you have to go buy them at T-Mo's shop. And they come in this little box right here. So it says 4-pack on there, four pieces, you know. And I've dumped 4 out of there, but I haven't checked to see if it's empty yet. The box stays. So hopefully maybe there's just 4, maybe there's more. I'm not sure. Got a new battery. The battery, you actually have to ratchet down the terminals, the positive and negative. And then the wiring, they've added in these little connectors here. So you'll get your spool of wire, which I can find around here somewhere. Here it is. And it'll come like this. And so you assemble your car as per usual. And then you'll say, okay, what parts need a readout? Or would you have electricity go to so that you could get an understanding of what's going on? See, there's some of the wires there running on the baseboard. And one of them will be the tail lights, obviously. And so in here, you'll have your connector back here. And you'll hover your wire over the connector. And as per typical, it's real difficult to get in here. And then once you do, you'll hit F or whatever button you have bound to that. And then you'll go to the tail light in the back of it and hit F. And it'll connect wire by wire. And then same thing for the fuel tank on the bottom. And then in behind the dash, it is an absolute mess of wiring. It is crazy back there. And you'll have one for each of the panels. Let's see if I can get a really good angle in here. Yeah, see, you have one coming into one terminal, one coming into another. You have one for the radio, and it's just a mess of wire. It really is a mess. Then for here, once you have the terminal linked up, you have one going to the distributor back over here, and then you have one going to the radiator readout, and then down here on the baseboard, this is the part that really got me. You have to unscrew this right here, the alternator, or that, actually, I'm sorry, that's not even the alternator. I'm not sure what part that is. I think it's a starter. Let me go get the phone quick. Oh, yeah. I can't afford to pick it up. I'm too poor. So go run back over here. Yeah, this is a starter, I'm sorry. The alternator is back in the other side. But the starter has a connector here, which goes to the positive terminal. So that one's easy. This has to be unscrewed on the starter. And then you connect the negative terminal here, and then wind it back up. And that was the part that I couldn't figure out to get the car started. Once you have that, you're good to go. Check back here and then see if I can see. Yeah, the alternator has one right on the back here. And the car seems to run a little more sluggish. They've changed right here to the distributor for the spark plugs and that. Here, they've made it let's check the oil real quick. Oh, we're good. Right here, they've changed it to a screw, where before I think it was you wound it down in a different way. So that impacts, I believe, how the spark plugs fire. And I've noticed a real big drop in engine performance. Let me go test this quick. Yeah, so which is good because your basic components for the car now, I believe, are going to be a lot more impactful to your engine. Just having, the better radiator or whatever else. I drove a lap around just with this radiator, and it's throwing up water and coolant and whatnot, so. Let me think of any other changes. For whatever reason, I can't get the Kilju brewing. Let's go look back over here. Oh, here it goes. Now it's going. It wasn't dropping before. And if you don't know where to get this, you just get in the boat and go to the lake out in the middle, and then in the cabin, they have the Kilju, and then you can look online and find the recipe and make this up, and that's a decent amount of money. And, oh yes, the ruler. We'll show you real quick for the ruler. Before it was hit or miss how you would look at the tires and figure out, if I can find my toolkit, if I didn't lose it. Oh, there it is. The tires before, you couldn't really, you had to eyeball it to see if they were damaged or not. Now it has the ruler, and then you just hold it up like this as a tool, boom, and that gives you the percentage. I believe you could rotate them, but you can leave the tires on now when you take it to Flattari, and I think this, I need to go get the spare, because this one's not reading anything at all, but obviously it doesn't look flat to me. It looks good to go, so I need to go get the spare from the junkyard and check it out. And then check this one too. I would rotate them, but if you take it to Flattari, I think he does all 4 tires anyways. He doesn't do 2 at a time. So you might as well just, if you're going to upgrade them, upgrade them. Alright, but that sums that up. I just wanted to share some of the wiring changes. And I started off a hardcore run of this, but I got killed in the dumbest way. So until they grease out some of the bugs that'll get you nuked in a hardcore run, I'm going to stick to regular, just kind of enjoy it. I still haven't gotten the first place trophy in the rally. So maybe I'll do another run through and get towards the rally. Problem is, a lot of the chores are pretty boring, so maybe I would just do some highlight videos of when I do the races.